First off, I want to apologize to our fans that today was our first home game. Okay, no excuses being made. No college team should have their first home game on December 21st. Okay, that was all me. And that was my bad scheduling. Okay, that's just what it was. It's nothing else. I should have had these kids in front of these fans a long time ago, and that didn't happen. All right, so I'm the head coach of this program. I take full responsibility that we didn't have a home game until today. All right, then I want to say thank you to all of our fans that came out today. It's our first real snowstorm, and you can't call this one a storm, but I got some kids on my team from Dallas and from Georgia that they said this would have shut down their town for 3 weeks. All right, so we're calling it a storm for them. But we had snow for the first time this year. That was on the ground. You could see it. It's cold. It's really cold. And we had an incredible, incredible crowd. We haven't won a lot of games. So when that type of stuff happens, it tells you Monmouth basketball is in a good place. It's in a good place, okay? We have a great group of fans that come rain, sleet, snow, 1 win or 15 wins. They come and they support this program, and no one is more thankful than I am for that. I am fortunate to be the coach. I fight for these kids every day. I fight for this university, and I will always, always, always fight for Monmouth. All right? I'm sorry to our fans that today was our first home game. All right? That won't happen again. We'll have home games earlier than December 21st every year that I'm the coach here moving forward.
Questions, guys?
Ball movement-wise, really seemed like an extension of the Princeton game. You get 17 assists. The
Wow.
ball seemed to be really moving. Could you talk about that in the offense today?
Well, and I haven't really had a time to really soak everything in, but guys, we've had practice now. Just like before Princeton, we had some practice days. And now we had a bunch of practice days since Princeton. These guys are smart young men. They're really good basketball players. Along with that bad scheduling, we didn't have a lot of practices. When you're on the road that much, you're not in the routine that everybody's getting the work that you need to get. And now these guys, they believe in what we're doing. I believe in them. Now you have some practice days that gets them to see playing offense together is the best way to play. And we got some great scores. But when the ball moves, it makes your great scores even greater. So I think these guys are bought into what we're trying to teach. We've put some new things in on offense just to try to make sure we play a good style of basketball, and I think that has helped us tremendously.
And defensive intensity seemed pretty good again. We talked about that.
Once again, practice time. These guys know, first off, we have Jack Collins, who's an all-league defensive guy. You have Jarrett, who could be the defensive player of the year. Madison Durr's a known defender. Abdi's a work in progress, but he's so much better this year than he was last year. Okay, we don't hide from it. He guarded their main dude today. All right, that kid usually plays well. He hasn't played well against us from Drexel, but he's been playing well for them. He's one of their guys, and Abdi was right from the beginning guarding him. And that might have been one of his best defensive games ever. And then Doc can protect the rim, so there's no reason that our defense shouldn't be incredible. Sometimes young people, if you don't score, you don't try as hard on defense. And that's a problem for everybody's team in the country. And it's coaching to make sure they understand, even when you're not scoring, you got to have great intensity on defense. We pulled our defense back just a little bit. We worked on ball screens like crazy the last 4 or 5 days, and we got better. And then we could go against a team like Fairfield, and in the first half, they were shooting 30%. And then, like a lot of young times in practice, we start feeling good about it, and then we're not as disciplined. So this break will be good for us. We'll come back and work on that part of it. When you get someone where you got them shooting 30%, you can't give up second chance points, and you can't give them foul them so they can get to the line. You just can't do that. But second chance points killed us in the first half and made them, in the last 3 minutes, feel like they were right back in the game. So our defense has gotten better, our offense has gotten better. Now we get a little break and then come back, get together, and do the rest of the season.
After you and Bergens, I think early on were kind of really going at it. You seem to thrive on that and kind of, I don't know, sparks you. Is that the way you look at it?
Yeah, I mean, that's just how I grew up, like playing in the park, playing with older guys my whole life. Like, you know, when people try to go at me and try to do all that rah-rah stuff, I don't feed into it, you know what I mean? I let you do that, and then I'm gonna just attack you because you're out of the game mentally. Like, I'm in your head, you know what I mean? So I don't let that get to me. I just try to play my game and keep the main thing. But yeah, I'm not that type of player to just go out there and just try to like get in a tussle with somebody or something like that. You know, just keep playing my game and let them do that. And then when I start playing my game, then they'll just get out of their game completely.
Yeah, I've been in the gym a lot this week, and you know, the first obviously 12 games haven't gone great for my shot, so it was nice to see a couple go down today. I've been in the gym a lot, like I said. It's, you know, the work's there. I just gotta, you know, keep shooting, and the makes will come for sure. So it was definitely shot 3 for 6 today. That was a lot better, and what I can do. So I'm gonna keep shooting. Hopefully, I keep shooting as good as I did today.
And guys, we all know Jack can shoot that thing. We all know that, and he's one of our better shooters. And it hasn't been going that way, but we tell him. I got a text thread from when we were in Texas. Basketball guys are gonna make sure he makes some shots because of all the other things that he does for our team. And I don't worry about it at all. I am like, come on, man, you're shooting like me. And you got to shoot better than I do. All my kids know that. They got to shoot better than me. So Jack is coming. And when he starts hitting them like he always has in his 2 years here, that's just going to be a whole nother weapon and a whole nother thing that helps our program. But we all got 1,000% faith in that he's going to make a bunch of shots this year.
And Jack, when you look at the performance today and you know what you've seen behind the scenes with this team, enthusiastic about maybe what can happen over the next month or two? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, even in the last month, like just in practice and in all the games, like we think we've been playing a lot better in practice and games. Like the Lehigh game was kind of a fluke on all our parts, and we don't really kind of count that in our brain. Like we not play a good game that game, and we don't really focus on that. As a group, we think we've been playing a lot better against Princeton today. The couple of games we played before Lehigh, as a group we're playing better. We think we just had like a little bit of a win high after the Seton Hall game. So as a group, I think we say it all the time. We're super, super connected. All the guys like each other. We don't have any breaks, anything like that. We all mess around with each other, make jokes with each other, and also get along outside of it, outside of basketball. And then on the court, we just, like Coach always says, got to talk a little bit more to let each other know that we're encouraging each other and we're there. Like when somebody's going one-on-one, you got two guys on your left and right that are there to help you. So. I'm super confident in what we have. I know 2-10 isn't the greatest record when I look at it, but we played a lot of hard teams, and we're super excited to go into conference play.
Princeton beat Rutgers today.
They did.
Yep.
That's surprising.
No, it just, and we deal with that some, when your main guys are freshmen. Okay, we played 31 last year, and now we got 13, so how many is that, 44 games? He's in his 44th game of college. All right, he's been a starter for 13 games. That's it. And their kids, I know they're going to be NBA guys, and probably shouldn't talk about other people's kids, but they're in their 10th game. And Princeton got guys in their, I don't even know how many guys they got on their team that are older, but that's, in college, man, this thing could get going. And that's so surprising. That doesn't surprise me because Princeton, and they've been to tournaments. These kids have been in tough games. They've been on, he went and played at St. Joe's without a return game. Nobody in the country does that, okay? He just said, I'll go play you St. Joe's. You got one of your better teams this year? We'll come there. They're not going back. So when you got a coach and a program, and Princeton's been good since before I could even remember when I went to camp up there, ABCD camp. They've been good, and so it's just not surprising. You feel for Pike a little bit because I think Pike has really made an effort to try to play the mid-majors in this state. And you take your hat off to him because we need that. Mid-majors need that just so you can sit next to Rutgers, so you could sit next to, forget the checks and stuff like that, just so you get to have your school logo next to theirs. And Princeton's a big one, but it's still big for them to get their thing next to Rutgers. Okay, so it's college basketball, man. Anybody can beat anybody.